let me know when you get ready, dude. I'm gonna end this pretty soon here. I'd only planned to go for an hour, and here it is, an hour and a half. But you guys are fun to hang with, so couldn't put it down just yet. This looks like there's some place to go down here. What's up, Ice Pirate? I think you're playing with the wrong Wii tip. Oh. Alright, let's get these bombs set up right. This is everyone's favorite thing to do, is climb. I don't know if I can. There's like something in the water holding me back. We're gonna raid Saad so hard. You only need fingers on the face buttons for shooters. Oh, I don't know, man. I like them for platformers too, because you can get really quick, accurate jumps. I just feel like your thumbs are not as quick as fingers. 1 minute. Do a wall jump, maybe. You can't. It's like the underwater physics. It's probably the problem. DB, look at my past comments. The last thing I see is good game. That's the last thing I see from you, Ice. Good game, and then a sad face, and then a laughing face. Do a barrel roll. Thumbs are plenty quick for a precision platform. I don't know. You guys have your way, I have my way. I figure it out. It works for me. Oh boy. I appreciate you trying to help though. But I do this weird like reach around spider thing, like, so I have this, and if I gotta use the shoulder there and the shoulder there, I'll do this. So like when I go to shoot the missile, I gotta hold that down. Boom. Alright, so that's too hot. Too hot to handle. Too cold to hold. They're the Ghostbusters and the aim control. That's right, Bobby Brown. Singing some Bobby Brown tonight. Even dexterity, bro. DB's just making excuses for holding the controller wrong. I hold it right. Everyone else holds it wrong. Even dexterity, bro? About how I play with my... Oh, okay. Okay, I was just confused there. Hey, what's up, J-Love? Welcome, J-Love. How you doing tonight? Everyone has their own way. Yes, thank you, Great White North. I appreciate that. Gotta do what works for you, you know? J-Love, the lady that will never be my Uber driver. How are you? Oh yeah, J-Love, I hope you're doing well after your incident. I'm okay, just a little sore day, feeling better. Thanks for asking. Right on. I'm glad you're doing okay. That was some scary stuff to see those pictures. I had the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack on cassette back in the day. Me too, DJ. Me too. That's why I've had that song in my head forever. I listen to that cassette way too often. We used to have a... When I was growing up, we had a... I started a Nintendo club. And we had a Nintendo club at my house. And during Nintendo club meetings, we would always play the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. I don't know why. It just was a thing. It was a pretty cool club though. We had like 10 people in it, and we each put money towards like buying games, and we bought like a Game Boy and a bunch of stuff, and then we each like switched off like who got to have it for the week, and it was pretty fun. Dang, I'm already. Missile, nope. Charged up energy. That door is just closed. There's good stuff down there too. Alright, well, whatever. Subbed as well, Saad. Oh yeah. Should be back with videos and streams later this week. Cool, J-Love. Yeah, guys, we're gonna raid Saad, so if you guys haven't subscribed to Saad and you want to do that, that'd be awesome. Saad's a pretty cool member of the community. He's always supporting everyone and giving helpful tips and stuff on games. No, no.
Hey, FG, how's it going, dude? Alright, need to turn the speaker off, and you can probably hear Dan B because I am, you know, I still have Dan's stream on. So this is kind of weird.
Looks like there might be
Yeah, I'm kind of streaming this game in honor of Dan, actually, and the Game Beaters. So if it's okay with you guys, I think I'm just gonna wait until Dan shows up because I really want him to see some things here. Hey, Great White North. How's it going? Thank you for dropping by, dude.
limited too.
Hang on. Alright. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Oh, no worries, dude. No worries. Okay, so alright, yeah. Okay, so welcome to Sho Aniki Kyokyoku Muteki Ginga Otoko Saikyo Otoko for the PS1. And just about the only thing I know how to do in the option menus is to change the lives and continues to 7. So there we go. And before I start, I just want to say, well, this game is infamous for being bad. It's not really all that bad. It just has a complicated control scheme. You can control your speed. You actually have a series of options on which power-ups to use. You have different option configurations. All things considered, it's a pretty complex game, but usually what happens, and maybe this is biased because most of what I've read is in English, is that people just take a look at this game, people see the graphics, and they just automatically assume it's some kind of a badly made game that's trying to get by on how it looks. when in fact it's actually, I wouldn't say this is like, the greatest shooter ever made, but this is a decently made shoot 'em up. This is a decently made 2D shoot 'em up with a fairly complicated, you know, system that's actually quite deep. But anyways, here we go. And also, in case you're wondering about the name and everything, I prefer to keep my I decided to sort of keep my streaming and what have you. I've decided to try and keep my streaming and recorded videos separate. So, is the audio alright, by the way? I don't know, is the mic volume and the game audio too loud or not loud enough? Hey Ice, what's up? Thank you for joining. As you can see, I have decided to pick I figured my first YouTube live stream should be something special, and well, I just hope the game is good enough, I just hope the game is good enough for like a first stream. So there we go. By the way, I still need to get some stuff set up for now. If you notice, near the top of the screen there are two numbers. One says 3 and one says live. One says 5. So 3 is the number, is my speed. I can increase my speed, I can decrease my speed with the L2 and R2 buttons. And well, the lives are lives. I can lock the options, I can unlock the options, and the options have their own health bar, by the way. So if they take too many hits, they die. Well, they don't die, they just kind of stop working for you. Which is, once again, it's oh man, shot in the dick again. But don't you just hate it when that happens? You're kind of air jogging along, and here we have the boss announcer guy. Man, that smile. And of course, we have that music. So I think I'm gonna increase the speed here a little bit, so that and that sound effect, those screams, man, those screams will haunt me. There we go. Let's have all the guys bunched up together so the firepower is a bit more condensed. Just listen to that soundtrack. Yes, it does, Great White North. And the funny thing is, it's actually not all that bad. You've got a shooter with decent mechanics. I'd say the sprites are maybe a bit too big. You don't wanna Okay. So I just had yay. Now I have two separate special attacks now, by the way, which you earn by picking up these blobs of protein. And what the nice thing about this is you can switch between them. So I have 2 attacks. I can do 1 level 2 attack, or I can do 2 level 1 attack, which is pretty nice. Plus, I'm digging the music here, if I'm being honest. Not. And death, by the way, doesn't reset your. I should probably focus a bit more on the gameplay, I suppose. But and here we have the human pyramid. Oh yeah, the smiling guy, he announces the bosses. And my apologies, the countdown screen is something truly special, but I'm afraid okay, not bad, not bad. This is still salvageable. Oh, it reset the speed. My bad. Okay, that was unexpected. Come on, dude. Give me some power-ups. So the protein blobs, by the way, aren't instant power-ups like they were in a game like Gradius. They basically, I think, add like 1 or 2 points to your... They basically add, I think, like 1 or 2 points to the... I really wish I knew what this guy was saying. I mean, as fun as it is to imagine what he might be saying. But, yeah, I should probably stop talking here and, focus. Hey, Phil, how's it going, man? How you doing? So, yeah. I don't think I can talk much, especially during a boss fight. But, yeah. Hey, Dan! Dude! Welcome to my stream. You know, thank you for helping me out with the stuff. I was planning on, starting the stream with, I was actually planning on starting the stream with you, but I think I kind of got started. People started showing up, and I thought it would be kind of, you know, weird to keep the game going. By the way, despite of how things look right now, it's just overlapping sprites. This, I say, this has nothing to do with what's going on with the also, I just want to point out, I'm extremely thankful that the smoke is at least coming out of their heads and nowhere else. But like I said, hey Cabot, how's it going? Oh, this is definitely a twerk-worthy game. Hey, J-Love! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by. I basically sort of wanted my first YouTube stream to be something at least special and memorable. Hey, David! Dude! What's up? Thank you for dropping by. As I have been saying, I wanted the stream to be something special and memorable. And so, in fact, hold on a second. Let me just restart the game, because for the people that are joining in, you need to, well, some of you may have seen this, but for the people that are joining in, you need to see the stage 1 boss. So just give me a minute. So let us enjoy this in all its. Let us just enjoy this in all its. Let us enjoy this game intro all together. Let us enjoy this game intro in all its PlayStation FMV glory. Clearly, you can see the postmodern influence on the animation and the aesthetics, especially notable in the use of the colors blue and gray, with a primary focus on the blue-gray color palette, with a slight emphasis on red to pop things out. And a man inside a man's face in a flower. There's a man diving off into space, and thus we have probably what just may be one of the manliest games on the Sony PlayStation. Well, technically speaking, this game is called Chouwaneki Kyokyu Muteki Ginga Saikyo Otoko, or Chouwaneki, the strongest, most powerful man in the universe. I think I'm gonna skip the narration section because I doubt anyone's Japanese here. Okay, most people here I doubt would understand this. And before I start the game, hang on, I'm just gonna bump the number of lives and continue to 7. And that being done, before I start this game, I just want to show off a bonus video that is available from the start menu. So just watch. And also, I'm pretty sure this guy's saying I'm saying YouTube. So, I hope you enjoyed that little piece of entertainment. And thus, the game starts. Once again, I think I'm just gonna skip over this and just go into the main game. Well, this is the intro section, and technically speaking, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. And my apologies if I'm a little quiet during these sections because despite how trippy and weird and drugged out this thing looks, it's actually a fairly difficult shooter. So, you know, certain parts require a bit more concentration than the rest of the game. So this is more of a prologue to the main game rather than a part of the main game. And in case you ever wondered in case you ever wanted to see a Speedo-clad giant berserker Japanese Viking shooting lasers out of his head flying through the skyline of Tokyo. This is the main game in earnest. Does this result in any power-ups? No, it doesn't. Yay, wasted that. Not good, not good. Here we go. Some power-up. Please, yeah, okay, that's a bad place for a power-up, but here we go. So I basically, those two muscular options, by the way, are called, they're named Add-on and Samson. And I like to pile up my guys because that provides for a slightly more concentrated firepower. And here we have the famous and/or infamous Arnold Schwarzenegger with a comb-over boss. With, and of course the background music is appropriately enough women moaning in the background. There we go. It's a simple enough pattern, not all that bad. Just as long as you stick to it. He's pretty easy to handle. There is also, if you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner, special attacks. I have 4 of them, when in fact it's actually connected to a certain internal meter of sorts. I can do 4 level 1 attacks, I can do 2 level 2 attacks, 1 level 3 attack, or 1 level 4 attack. You know, Dan, I have no idea where that's from. I should also probably add some people as admins, so... Ooh. Samson took one for the team, thankfully. So the nice thing about being fairly powered up enough is that you don't need to worry all that much about, like the game becomes a lot easier. It's a bit like, you know, Gradius or R-Type, in that once you have the right... By the way, this is some awesome gaming music. You know, weird, creepy game or not, this is some wonderful gaming stuff, music, wonderfully composed music. No worries, Great White North. Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's keep Add-on and Samson up front, so if there's any kind of attack... yes, Dan B and the Game Beaters played through this game in its entirety. You guys should definitely check out the video, if only for their reactions. So keeping Add-on and Samson slightly ahead of the main player helps. Oh man, come on. Okay, I was not intending to do that. I keep mixing up my buttons, by the way. This is my bad. But there you go. A cheerleading pyramid of smoking men. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. That was on me. Yeah, I am grabbing the protein, and it's down to this one guy right now, so... Eesh, that was a waste. What I wanted to do was just kind of change the... And man, those transition screens are something, aren't they? Hey, David! So yes, this game is in fact... I would go as far as to say this game is probably the manliest thing on PlayStation. Right, the countdown. I'm gonna continue, I just want you to see the numbers. Okay, and we're continuing. Unfortunately, this means my upgrades are back to 0. Yeah, I keep mixing up my specials. Wait, that's not a part of the background? Yeah. And here we have reverse mermaids. And reverse merfrogs. For the love of God, I hope that is... Oh yes, those are his legs, thank God. But, I mean, this is what happens if you don't have enough power. You're kinda screwed. And we have the famous eggplants. Come on, dude. So those octopus guys would give you protein. Come on, octopus dude. So not only are we at the boss, but we are completely and utterly powerless. And of course, since Add-on and Samson don't have enough health, they will not help with the boss fight. Once again, listen to that music. If I remember correctly. There we go. And shot through the butt. I think he's wearing a skull cap, Phil. I think he's not actually bald or anything. Okay, I think I'm gonna need the men's beam, if only to power up, because otherwise this is not going to be all that interesting. Alright, that was obviously not the smart thing to do. So because my options have not quit on me, I'm actually firing 3 shots instead of 1. There might be hope for this stage yet. Come on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Power-ups. Okay, not gonna risk getting hit by the merman's fireball. That is a misleading eggplant. It looks like it might be a... Okay, cool. We're back on track of sorts. You're powered up, and oh yeah. Missed that bit of protein, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. So, no worries, J-Love. I think I think playing this game for too long, especially for the uninitiated, requires people to kind of take a break. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. Okay, so far so good. So far so slightly better. That was not so good. Still not a problem. Still good, still good. I just need to make sure these characters are positioned properly. And hopefully, yeah. Okay, I think it might be time for a men's beam attack. Try to make the most of it. Yeah, I think there might be a cow in there as well. So the red spinny thing is kind of unavoidable. Do we have the... Ah... I have no idea, David. I just realized that using the men's beam attack just depowered my guns. My main weapon, basically. And none of my options are going to be of any help here. I may have backed myself into a rather muscular corner. There we go. That would be the cow inside the shell. Come on, no protein. So this is where things kind of get bad, or weird at least, since I do not have any. Okay, that was something I forgot. That's my bad. Using Men's Beam kind of causes you to lose power. So come on, Octopus guy. Help an Aniki out. Okay, did that do anything? Okay, slightly faster firing rate. Not worried about. Okay, okay. Still not bad, not all that bad. Need that power up. Yeah, missed that. Come on, where's the power up? Hey. Okay. So I keep mixing my buttons up. When I am supposed to lock the options, I'm actually accidentally hitting Men's Beam, which is what is causing this trouble. Need to avoid the. All I need to do is basically just avoid the mermaids. The spread of their bullets isn't really that much of an issue as long as you're not in the leftmost half of the screen. And what I really want is the man octopus. Hey, Octo-Man! Octo-Niki. And we're back in business. So, you know, weird and somewhat difficult game, but definitely not like, you know, something that's intentionally made bad and just intending to sail by on its weirdness. Also, my apologies if I... Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. My apologies. I should really make a few people admins. But unfortunately, I have not looked into that, so after this stream, I certainly will. And here we have our boss announcer. So with the, by the way, with the R1 and L1 button, you can select which special power-up you want to use. But I think using the power-ups actually costs weapons to... Huh? That's strange. So, Wait, what is my hitbox? By the way, I think I recognize this music. There was a series of aerobics, a combination of aerobics and English video for released in Japan. I think the most famous of the said videos was something along the lines of teaching people to say exercise while saying something like I have a bad case of diarrhea. It's also in available on YouTube. Anyways, I have to say I like the power-up system. I mean, I'm losing my special weapons instead of, you know, being downgraded to absolutely nothing, and if I was paying a bit more attention, I would have noticed that early on. But, you know, every time you die, you have that option. You can either, you know, use a special power, special attack that can do a lot of damage, or you can hold on to it as a stock of sorts. Well, not a stock, but a kind of a makeshift, I don't know, health or something. Like, I think this might be this boss's final form, by the way. So once again, I have all my guys kind of right on top of each other for a slightly better spread. Okay, that may have been a mistake. Oh, can't believe I survived that, actually. I mean, this would probably be faster if I had slightly more powered up weapons, but, you know, not complaining. Also, the first time I played this was with a Game Shark code with, you know, like infinite lives and, you know, all power-ups enabled and all that. This time I'm kind of going at it as is. I think there's a guy on a cow inside a seashell. Yes, there is. Is this your final form? Yes, it is. And we're at the beach with, of course, man gulls. And of course, man crabs, because really, seriously. Come on, whatever that is. Oh yeah, give me that protein. That good. Good. Oh. Had to miss that, couldn't do anything about it. Okay, that's powering up my main guy. I'm more careful about powering up my main character more so than the options. Come on, come on. Okay, not worried at all. Okay, now I'm slightly worried. So, two things. One, I forgot to increase my speed, because when I was fighting the boss, I think my speed was set to something like... got reset back to 3, I believe. Come on, dude. You know what? I am still not complaining about this game, because what the hell is that turtle man doing? But I am still not complaining about this game. It's assuming you are accustomed to how the system works, how the game's basically internal logic works. This is a pretty good game. It's consistent. Weird, yeah. Hard, yeah. And but I can see, you know, beating this game with enough practice without too much trouble. I see you creeping back there. Don't act like I don't see you. Listen to that music. Just listen to that music. So like in the last boss, you needed to slow your speed down to something like 1. This boss is the exact opposite. You want to crank your speed all the way up to 5. Look at that guy, and the little guy in the front with the binoculars, or telescope, I think. He's so excited. You know, I see him, I see him. There he is. Once again, this boss would be so much harder if I did not know about the speed change, because of the standard speed of, I think, what, 3 or so. It would be nigh impossible to actually do anything. I mean, it still is, but cool. So if you get within the range of sight of the guns in the front, that's when they start firing. There are 2 guns that can rotate about 180 degrees, but the other 2 guns can't. Do I keep anything? Yes, no, maybe? No need to worry about the mangles. The fish, on the other hand, are complete pains. Okay, protein, protein, come on, get the protein. Come on, that was dumb of me. So I still need power-ups, because essentially with the yeah, these guys just shoot their fists off so fast. Cool, I'm playing so badly. Yeah. And thus, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. Yes, it is, Dan. Yes, it is. Anyways, I think I will call it a day, because this was supposed to be a test, and it seems to be working out pretty well so far. In case anybody's still watching and or wondering, this is my second channel. The original channel that I have is, well, thank you. The original channel that I have that most people know about and the one I use primarily, I'm keeping that for just like edited videos and things. I wanted to keep that separate from a streaming channel because I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think like YouTube algorithm kind of has a thing where if you stream it kind of handle things one way, if you post videos it handle things another way, and I wanted to keep things a little separate. It's alright, Dan. It doesn't, I mean, you know, it's gonna be night eventually. So anyways, thank you to everyone that dropped by and that subscribed. It means a lot to me. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night or a good day, or, you know, whatever time it is where you're at. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. So thanks for watching.